Yes, special good morning again, Another Sunday here at Football Church. We want to take this time out to apologize for the last Football Church. I guess we had some technical difficulties, But today, we will continue on that same topic, which is, why we think certain administrators, it is time for them to go, We spoke about the captain, the president of the JFF, and Shea for the coach. And by now, a lot of rounds, the talk have been going around that Schaefer should go. And for some time now, I personally think we need a new administrative block, that can take the football forward. So in today's episode, we'll speak about, the positive, because in everything that we do, there must be some positive. While we here think that we have a lot of negatives also. Or it's just, I think, the time has come. As we know, today, again, wearing this 98 shirt, I think it was the new dawning of what we thought was Jamaica's football, when we went to that World Cup in '98. And we got there through the efforts of Captain Burrell. I think he took us from '94, and in 4 years, we achieved what I would consider greatness, Captain came to this football, and the transition was made immediately. I mean, this man was skilled where marketing was concerned. I think he was the one that gave us even this, the Reggae Boys brand, And it is just, to me, a tremendous marketing skills that he brought to us. He came in again and where administration was concerned, I think he lifted that to another level. Purchasing that building in New Kingston. And as everybody would know, that to work effectively, the environment has to be a great one. And I think he created that also. Came to us with a lot of class. And these areas immediately we start generated some great results. A couple World Cup, Youth World Cup, we went there, and all of those are great achievements. The FIFA Goal Project, I mean, that is also a plus, because he's the one that brought it here. And even though we are still to complete, I think our first project, it is happening. Our administrators, our placement in the FIFA, the CONCACAF, and to a lesser extent, the Caribbean Football Union, he had placement for people in all of these areas. Our coaches, and not coaches alone, but the administration, the requisite, requirements of these, he trained them, I would say. He got people coming to do the training and with the training, I think came a lot of hands-on experience, you know, in terms of the game, the hosting of games here in Jamaica and so forth and so on. He brought all of those things to us, you know, and I think Jamaica has benefited greatly, you know, with all of these things. He was the man again that brought Simoes here, and Simoes did wonders. That little man with his Jesus Saves came and motivated the whole country. So these are great things that Captain had done, and we can't even try to not acknowledge them, you know. They are real. We have, since then though, it is now where we're at, and this is my opinion now, that for the last couple of years, I mean, Captain has been there since '94, barring 4 years that back still came in for that period, and we didn't move much there, and for that again, one would say that he wasn't given a chance, you know, because we think that it was Captain that was the person to move us forward, and it was a bitter feeling right there. So he came back, so he was just out for 4 years, and we are where we are today with a new coach, Schaefer, and Schaefer is another story now. We're on the same path that Captain has done. His greatness, I think Schaefer had done his part too, in terms of we got to a Gold Cup, I think finals or semi-finals. We won the Caribbean champion here in Jamaica, and we beat Chile most recently, beat the US to play that Mexico game in last year, and this year again we were in the Copa, and while last year we played that same Copa America games last year against what we call quote unquote big teams, we did not lose badly. And it seemed at times that we were sort of competing and could match up to these players. And honestly, I do think we have the quality players to do that. But where Schaefer is concerned now, that is the other reason why you would want to think that he should go. So getting all of these big players, Schaefer has the players that he handpicked, and we're still not producing. The most important stage, we are, and we have 2 more games to go, and we just seem like we are not going to make it, and I'm saying that no, you know, we want the best, but we have to be real. So all of these things now, I think Schaefer has done that I can't look at anything more. He has not done any justice to our local boys here in terms of even confidence. But that is the reason why I think, one of the reasons why I think he should go. So the good that both people have done, and I may miss a couple of them because there's a lot of good that both men have done. in, so Captain has sponsored the reason, I think Schaefer must go is because personally I don't think he has achieved what he has achieved, but there's a lot of signals there telling you that this man just don't know what he's doing, And the results, the main results that we want to accomplish are showing that. The World Cup, for the past 2 World Cup campaigns that we have had, we changed coaches, and I think we did them at a time when we had no chance. So while the coaches came in and did well, mathematically we could not have done it better, and we could not have qualified. And now is the time for Schaefer to go, because mathematically we can qualify. And we have to beat Panama first and foremost. So with the same attitude, with the same coach, I don't think going into Panama we're going to get anything different. And I think with a new coach that can motivate the players that we have, because we have these players, we're not saying let us move them out. It is most important now that we try and maintain for these 2 games, you know, especially not 2 games. The first game against Panama is very important. Now, we went away, we got a win from Chile, and we were all thankful and grateful for that. So we know that the quality is there. But we went in the Copa games now, and it got worse. It instead of getting better, it got worse. And he himself had said that he had thought that it wasn't for any lack of talent that we failed. If it's not lack of talent, it must be the motivational aspect of the thing, which, again, coach, that is your responsibility. And I think your selection, team selection again, have us failing. So, and you have not gotten a chance even to see certain players in certain games to even see if you can make any adjustments going forward in the World Cup game. So it makes no sense, coach. And I do know, and sincerely, I'm asking you to resign. Resign, coach, because I think seriously the captain and Jamaica Federation, Football Federation, wants you out. They know you are failing, but I do not think they can pay you, coach, getting out of that. And while it may be stupid to ask you to leave this great job that is doing so well for you and your family, and we are saying we as a country, we just cannot, you know, we cannot afford it. So we are asking you if you mean us good, any at all, You know? It is believed, Captain, that is a one man running the JFF without expertise, without consultation, without the due diligence that need to be done. I personally know, again, that you don't have a plan. We do not have a plan. Or, if we do have a plan, we are just asking to tell the nation what the plan is all about. We concentrate only on the international football, while our parishes and our football, our local football, is failing. And not start even to produce or get our local league up to that standard. So where that is concerned, Captain, you're failing. You have, and I know personally that you would have said that you have given this responsibility to the Premier Leagues Clubs Association. And now it is out of your hands. But if you have given the mandate to someone that has been failing, or some organization that continues to fail, it is your responsibility also, Captain, to intervene and see exactly what is happening and why we are failing. The parishes, again, Captain, the support. I really do not see the parishes supporting you where the football is concerned. You know? I do not see the parishes having programs or youth programs or any sort of program that can assist you where our national football is concerned. And that is where it starts. But again, you continue to support them through your company. And while I'm saying nothing is wrong with the support, but if the support is for wrong reasons, Captain, if the support is to continue doing nothing and you're rewarded, I think that is a problem. Now, the continued failing of all our programs now, even our under 20s went down again at this early stage. While one will say it is the players are not good, or it is the responsibilities of the coaches, etc., etc. The most important thing, Captain, if we don't have something in place, we will continue to fail. If we don't have a structure, we will continue to fail. If we don't have criteria as to how we pick players, how you move from this stage to the other. If we don't have a mission statement, you know, the only reason why we don't have that, Cap, is because we don't have a mission. So, how do we continue doing the same thing over and over and we expect change? Is it that we don't have any new ideas? Or is it that we are scared to change? You know? But we have to evolve. And if one thing is not working, we have to try something else. We cannot be continuing to fail at the same thing over and over again. So, Captain, for that reason, again, you continue to fail. And the football will continue to fail. I'm at the club level, and there's no more, there's such hard, or the effort is so much to motivate these players and to tell them they can be great. You know, because we are not giving them that opportunity. So, how do we grow these players? I've been sitting in meetings for the past for years, and when you make your opinion, whether good, and especially good opinions, if they are not coming from certain places, they are knocked down. And on the street, I've been told many times, why you don't tell them this, why you don't do this, why you don't do that, why they don't try this. And it's for this reason that I've created Football Church also. So the discussion, you know, on Jamaica's football can start. We might say, change to what? We have to change in being more professional. The professionalism, it is not seen nowhere in our football. There are bits and pieces. How do we change? That again, Captain, while I have my opinions on what to do, let's have discussions on it. We speak about money all the time. That is money why we can't do certain things. Yet we spend millions a year doing what we are doing now. And we have money. So it's obvious that we have money. Because we are doing it. How we are doing it to effect that growth is not happening. Because we are not getting better. The most important component right now to get better players or to move in the direction that we want to move in is football pitches. The JFF need to lead and bring that standard. But again, Captain, you at the JFF and your team have built 2 fields that are of poor standards. How can you set an example? Not 1, but 2 fields that are very, very low quality. Now, our goal project again has moved on to now the building stages, which again, Captain, it is not important the building yet. Let us have the fields properly done. And to say that now, I will move to our Premier League, where the fields remain the same for the past 4 or 5 years, while some have gotten worse. I can say the fields are bad, and we are not looking to get them better. Premier League is played on some pitches that the only thing that they are conducive to is to injuries. Yet we continue and we don't speak about it because we speak about we don't have the monies. We had the under 21 and we had to run away from it because we could not afford it. I hear it's coming back this year. Why is it that we could not afford it and it's coming back now? Why is it that we can afford it now? What has changed? I have said again, youth under 21 is not a youth program. Under 21, to me, we would have passed that development stage. It's the late bloomers that we do get from our under 21. So our youth program, while we look at our under 21s as our youth program, it cannot assist in any of our youth development programs. How that can be a youth program? Without no sort of development. These are the areas that we really need to look into. The youths and how we can develop them. So by 2022, we are not sitting here speaking the same thing over and over again. The development has to start. We do know it is the responsibility of the clubs to really move this forward. But if the mandate is not so from the JFF, we will continue to have serious problems. Now, the JFF has to have its own standards and own idea on what they want our football to look like. Whether within the next 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. But it must be that plan. We don't have a plan, Captain, that is designed for even the government to assist us, or even a document that we can bring to the private sector and show them, because we ourselves don't know what we want yet. No, the effort has to be a collective one. It does not make any sense at all to have the great idea in one's head and cannot share it with the nation. So again, a lot of people continue to say, you know, I'm a dreamer. And that is where it starts with for me. But in dreaming, the most important thing after the dream is that documentation of that dream. You know, to have it down so it's no longer in one's head. And that is only when you can now share that dream and to see if other people has the same dream, or in making that dream a reality we have to change some stuff. And then, and there, Captain, when we finalize and understand what that dream is, we can now say, let us document it for the reason for at some stage start that implementation. That everybody can be on the same page. If we cannot write it, Captain, I doubt we can do it. If we say it takes too much time to do that documentation, or to implement it is more time, so we again can't do it, cannot do it. So, and then after that, Captain, we can now start implementing. Now, what I do know is that there's a lot of documents there that was written. But as leaders, and most of the documents also were made by the same leaders, were thought of by the same leaders. And when it's time to implement or follow the same documents that they had put so much thought in, the divert cannot follow their simple instructions. Their instructions, they can't follow it. So we move off on a path where nobody knows again, because it's not documented. And that is the fundamental problem with our leaders and our football, that is affecting our football. Because there are serious documents there that if we just follow, educate the people, Not only in it, but educating them to know the reasons why we came up with these ideas. Jamaica has a football schedule. And for years now, one would believe that there is none. We don't follow it. So we have all sorts of football competing with other footballs. With the same football. 3 million people. A lot of leagues, a lot of teams. Competing. Getting a lot of quantity. And the quality is dying. Again, these are areas that we seriously need to look at. So, if we have an understanding on the monies that are spent in Jamaica on clubs, the ones that are spent on teams, recreational football, there's a lot of money. And we are not developing. A lot of companies are spending serious monies on the recreational side of the football, while we stop producing and the JFF allow that excitement to continue without any substance. While we do look at the companies and say, listen, they are doing this stuff for marketing. They are using the football. But in the areas where we're not getting back much in our youngsters, because the greatest thing can happen to, or part that we can give to a youngster, is to a part of, wealth. Export the youngsters. When they go, they contribute significantly to their communities, By extension, Jamaica will benefit. So while I see the recreational football, more energies, more setup, more design, more details being spent on these areas, our Premier League are being played in areas that don't have any style. The style is not there. The comfort is not there. People don't want to come to these games. It only attracts a few. But the other side of the sport is doing so much and bringing so much more to entertain the people at these recreational games. Even our dancehall music. When you go to parties nowadays, the aesthetics of the place is being enhanced. The whole vibes, the creation of that effort to get people comfortable. I want to see that in our football and at our stadiums. That is what will grow our football and give back some hope to our youngsters. We cannot continue on the same path. At times, one will feel like they have done it all, they have tried it all. So when approached, oh, let us not do that again. Or there are some people at this stage just think it cannot be done, or we cannot be great. And all I can say to people like that, you know, again, there are people too that are tired. They have been at it, and it's not working. Take a break. Give somebody a chance that has the energy, and what is most important, have the belief that it can work. In having discussions, oh, it can't do this, it can't work, and you're still there trying to make what work, I don't know. Leave it to people that are, you know, the people that are willing to make it work and believe that it can work. Don't continue at something that you don't believe in. I believe in our youngsters. I believe in that the talent, and not normal players I'm talking about now, are just good players. But we can't, I think we seriously can produce excellent players here in Jamaica if we are serious about producing excellent players. We have produced it in all other sectors. It is not all about us or me or I. Sometimes we have to do it for the team. Give us the glory. The energy that one has, at times, it can be worn. And we have to understand when it's worn. We have to move at times, you know, and allow other people to, you know, take it to another level. We have to create that continuity, or, you know, we have to give the reserve or the man on the bench a game sometimes, because the team is as weak or as strong as the bench. So we have a lot of people with a lot of energy sitting on the bench, you know, been training hard, working hard. When we're tired, give them a game, man. And I'm saying to our administrators, give the bench a chance, man. Sometimes, man. You know, pass on the baton and watch from the bench and see what that energy can do. Myself have seen a lot of great people that we really at one stage wanted and entertained them to come into the business. And, you know, in a minute, you're just gone. Time, when it's come after that 90 minutes, we have to say, you know, cut. The game is over. But we'll start again. This is Football Church every Sunday, 10 a.m. until, you know. But be blessed. And we're going to always discuss football. Football Church.